Belum.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be presenting a topic titled Social and Discourse Aspect of Interlanguage. In this presentation, I will explain what interlanguage is, how it develops, and how social and discourse factors influence the way second language learners communicate. This topic is important because language learning is not only about grammar, but also about how we use language in real-life situation. Next, please. The definition of interlanguage. Interlanguage, a term introduced by Larry Slinger in 1972, refers to the unique and evolving language system that learners create when they are learning a second language. It is not purely the first language and not yet the target language. It sits somewhere in between. This system reflects the learner's current stage of development. It includes approximation, errors, and sometimes influences from the first language. As learners gain more input and experience, their interlanguage changes and becomes more complex. Next. Social aspect of interlanguage. But before we dive into details, it's important to understand that language learning does not happen in isolation. Social factors such as who we talk to, where we are, and what kind of relationship we have significantly shaped how our interlanguage develops. In other words, our social environment influences the way we choose words, the level of formality, and even how confident we feel using a second language. Next. Influence of social situation. Point A, cohesion and coherence. Point B, pragmatic ability, and C, speech, act, and context. It means first, a sentence in 1989 explained that language use varies depending on social situation. This applies not only to native speakers but also to second language learners. For example, a learner might speak more carefully and formally when talking to a lecturer, but more casually when speaking with close friends. These situational differences affect pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary, and overall fluency. As learners interact in more diverse contexts, their interlanguage becomes more flexible. And plus, conclusion is, in this course, cohesion refers to linking sentences using appropriate connectors, pronouns, or repeated keywords. Coherence refers to how logically ideas flow from one sentence to the next. Beginners often produce short and disconnected sentences such as I go to market, I buy apple, I eat it. As they improve, their interlanguage becomes more connected. For example, I went to the market and bought some apples and then I ate them. The ability to produce coherent discourse is a key sign of language development. So thank you guys. Okay, any question?
Sudah 3.
So, Mr. Fahrezi, I have some questions. Does social distance between teacher and student slow down interlanguage development? If so, what solution would you recommend for classroom settings? Stop dulu.
First, good question, Molly. Yes, social distance among students can significantly slow down their language development, especially in a second language learning environment. Social distance refers to how close or distant learners feel from each other emotionally, culturally, socially, and academically. When students feel disconnected, uncomfortable, or hesitant to interact with their peers, they tend to communicate less frequently, and this reduces interaction limits opportunities for meaningful language practice. Some For example, in language learning, interaction is one of the most powerful tools. Students develop their interlanguage not only through formal instruction but through active communication, negotiating meaning, asking questions, making mistakes, responding others, clarifying ideas, and participating in natural language. If social distance prevents them from engaging in these activities, the entire process of developing fluency, confident and pragmatic competence become slower. There are several reasons why social distance may slow down language development. First, students who feel distant from their peers tend to avoid speaking because they fear judgment, embarrassment, or negative evaluation. This means whoever chance to practice pronunciation, whoever attempts to use new vocabulary, and whoever moments to try complex structures in real time. Second, social distance reduces the diversity of input. When students only interact with a small group or avoid group work entirely, they lose access to different speaking styles, accents, and communication strategies that could enrich their linguistic exposure. Third, social distance often leads to psychological barriers such as anxiety, low self-confidence, or lack of motivation, all of which are known to affect language acquisition. Now, if I position myself as a lecturer, there are several practical solutions that I can implement to reduce social distance and create a more sportive, interactive learning environment.
Dua-dua, tiga.
Okay, Mr. Ezi, I'm gonna ask one more question. I wonder, are errors in interlanguage is always